Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Wire. We're live. Let's get the day started. Mirko Cro Cop versus Roy Nelson in Bellator. Allegedly, Mirko signed a deal with Bellator, despite the fact that USADA suspended him for, I think it was 2 years or a year, for alleged steroid use or PED use. But before you get your Nick Diaz impression out, I need you to consider this, ladies and gentlemen. He used steroids for purely medical reasons, meaning he used some sort of steroid that helps with healing. I forget the surgery he had, but apparently he was injured and it required him to use that as a form of treatment. Anyway, he got suspended by USADA, but despite that, he was fighting in. I can't remember the organization, but he was fighting in an organization in Japan. I think it was Ryzen. I'm not sure. Um, the Ryzen thing, I think his contract, it's up with that, and it seems like he's moving to Bellator, and Bellator wants to give him for his first fight Roy Nelson, which is great for Cro Cop because Cro Cop actually has a loss against Roy Nelson, and I think he wants to avenge that loss. Maybe he wants to avenge more losses. You never know. A lot of the people that beat him in the UFC are now in Bellator. Now, again, we have the classic conundrum of a wrestler versus a striker. But you have to consider this, ladies and gentlemen. Cro Cop is an explosive striker. His type of striking applies to MMA like a puzzle. Like it fits perfectly with MMA. Why? He just needs that one shot. And assuming Cro Cop is an out and out fighter, which he is, he's been getting better. So I wouldn't be surprised if his jiu-jitsu game is off the charts now. So this might be a tough one for Roy. Why, you might ask me, is, well, it's because Roy, not to sound like a hater, but it seems like Roy Nelson has always been a little one-dimensional, meaning like the way he fights complements his body style. The way his body style, the way he fights complements his body style, it complements his talents within the ring. But it seems like his level of improvement isn't enough to get out and out wins again over people who've beaten him. Case in point, Matt Mitrione. Roy beat Matt the first time. Matt beat Roy the second time. Why? Matt learned from his mistakes and became more athletic as a fighter, whereas Roy, he used the same formula. And you could only use the same formula so many times, my guy. And he tried to do the same thing with Daniel Cormier. Tried to out wrestle an Olympian. That didn't work out well, and we know how that ended. So with that fight, I am betting on Cro Cop to win.
For a Japanese card.
Who did you say?
Pride rules.
Paid rules. Pride rules.
Pride.
You're,
Pride rules.
You're killing me over there,
Cro Cop
Braveheart.
to win in a decisive manner, a straight up knockout, or maybe even possible submission, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I feel as though, again, no proof for this at all, but I feel as though Cro Cop has gotten his jiu-jitsu game, his wrestling game on point. He's had time to do this, and this could be a strategic move for him in terms of finishing off his legacy. To me, from what I've seen in interviews and all of that, Cro Cop seems like a calculating striker. He seems like a calculating athlete. He seems like somebody who thinks things through. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.